Hey everyone, good evening. Before I start, I would like to again remind everyone to please join our free Telegram group in the description below. And also, I've been very active on the Twitter page, and I highly recommend you follow that as well. Reason being, it's free information, and so far it's been very accurate, well, as usual. Alright, so that being said, let's go on to the video. As you can see on the daily time frames, okay, we had a breakout above this resistance line, okay, on both our charts. This was called a few days ago based on our lower time frame charts on the 4 hour. So as you can see on this chart over here, we had this line as resistance, okay. We got candle closes above the line, okay. Now one thing is it did not hold as support. There was no test of the line down here, but we got a pump. In fact, I shorted this line over here, okay. Again, reason being, we have a rule of usually around 3 touches and the 4th breaks. So here we had the line, okay. We had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, this is my short, and then 4th touch it broke. So this was the breakout line we had, which also matched our daily chart. So what happened after the breakout? So if you were lucky enough to be awake, or basically live in America, not in Europe like me, you would have caught this breakout over here, okay? If you had these charts, of course. So, once we had this pump, what happened? So on the 1 hour and the 4 hour chart, we had a close, or multiple candle closes, above the resistance line, okay? And it's also holding as support. So once we got the close above here, okay, you could have longed this line as support, every touch, okay? As you can see, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 4-hour candles, that's 16 hours. And even on the 1 hour chart, look at this. Look at the wicks, guys, in this channel over here, okay? So you had, 3-4 long options, and also a very nice short option. So look at this. On the 1 hour chart, you had a line at 31.7, also had R1 at 31.7, 31.8. We had the 4 hour R1 resistance at 31.7 as well. And on the 5 minutes, that would be at 1600, so yeah, over here, okay. So same thing, 31.7. So you have these 3 resistances, and even more than all this together, if you look at our weekly chart, you can see there was S1 resistance over here on the weekly, this blue line, and also a trend line on the weekly. So now, what does the market look like overall from now? So we had a breakout on the daily line, okay, so this line is now a possible long option as support, okay, if daily closes above it. However, we have resistances, so even though, yeah, this was a bullish move, okay, we do have the weekly resistance trend line, okay, which has to be closed above to get bullish. Also, we have P on the daily, this is a massive resistance, and this trend line on daily as well, around 34K, which matches the weekly trend line. Also on the Fibonacci circle chart, we have resistances, the same P as the previous chart, but also, more importantly, we have 2 trend lines crossing over here. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna short this zone, okay? These 3 zones. However, if I get candle closes above these lines over here, and above this section over here, this can be a very nice long for a 2K pump. And now why am I saying a 2K pump? At least 2K. So let's say, in 2 or 3 days, we get a close above these lines, okay? Well, where's the next resistance? I mean, it's from, let's say, you get a pump, retest, 32.8, all the way back up to 34.8. This can be a 2K long zone before you short scalp this zone over here. Now what about the weekly? If we get a close, so by Sunday, this coming Sunday, above this line, okay, I will expect a wick down to this zone as support, then we can pump, and there's no more resistance from, 32.2 up to 35, 36K. There are some red lines on the weekly. So this is an important zone to watch, okay? If you're patient, you can even just play the daily chart. I mean, you have so many touches over here options. You can long this line, you can short these 2, you can short this line, you can short these 2, you can long, especially a massive long on this zone down here, which wasn't touched yet on the daily time frame, okay? So that's just daily plays on their own. If you look at the 4 hour chart, okay, these lines can all be scalped. So example, look at this. If I, look to the future, I would say this line has no tests from the breakout. So, at some point you can see kind of a dump towards this line, which can be a nice long scalp. This will be resistance. So let's say this dumps I will long this line and TP around this line, which can be a very nice, 1K move. Obviously as well you can short, so if you get a close below the 4-hour line and this 1-hour line, this can be a nice short of the retest, okay? Again, TP can be either at the 50 EMA to play it safe on the 1-hour or at these bottom lines over here, okay? Then you can long. So you can literally, if you short and take profit somewhere here at 30.7K, I'll then long right down here, 30.6K, and catch 2 moves very, very easily. Again, if I'm awake at the time, but usually this is an American kind of move when Europe is asleep. However, yeah, if you're awake, this can be a very, very nice play. And again, if you see our 5 minutes, so look at this, look at nice plays you could have had over here. So once we had these 2 candles on the 5 minutes, it drew this line for us, okay? So, let's say I had these 2 lines, sorry, these 2 candles and this 1 line. You can just long scalp over here, knowing you have support on the 1-hour zone over here. In fact, this is the wick. And once we had these 2 lines, these 2 wicks, sorry, over here, our automatic scalping line drew a different line down here. And look at this touch, when it dumped again, which was actually, it was this wick over here, okay? So the 5 minute really helps you get better entries when the 1-hour line doesn't look like it's holding. However, again, we always want candle closes for confirmation. So even though we did wick below, we had support over here, okay? And then resulting in a close above the lines. And in fact, if I show you my personal charts, just a quick example. I mean, there was support down here. I have this green line on my chart taken from the top wick over here, okay? So yeah, there are many supports if you can draw more lines. At WinXSell, we keep things simple. We use the main, important lines. Yeah, what happened? I don't know. It's fine. So yeah, we use the important lines for you guys, which are very easy to play. And I highly recommend you join our channel to have access to these charts. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for now. What I like to do again, mainly is look for retests. So I'll be looking very, very closely at these lines over here and these 2 over here, okay? So that's my plan. My next short would ideally be a breakdown and a retest. I'm not looking to short these higher zones until these red lines are reached, okay? So again, on WinXSell charts, when we have red lines, that is a very, very clear short, okay? Obviously keep your orders within limit, because you can have wicks above, like if you see, these red lines over here, you had wicks above them, but the candle closed below. And even when the candle closed above this red line, there was a next one over here where it got touched. So yeah, keep your orders small, or at least within your account size, not to get licked easily. And if you have, 2-3 lines, this is a brilliant, brilliant free money short, basically. So yeah, those are my options. Shorting up here, or else shorting any retests of a breakdown on these channels, along with long scalps down below. So it's very, very easy. Just make sure you're online when this happens, and I can guarantee you'll make money. Alright guys, so I'll see you in the next video, and good night for now.